Absolutely. Here is your long, deeply emotional, viewer-gripping story with a powerful hook, smooth pacing, and 2 compelling chapters. No headings, just flowing narrative as requested. There are moments in life when you pray the world will give you just one chance to be seen. Not as a burden, not as someone who failed, but as a woman who is still worthy of love. Emily stared at her reflection in the restaurant's glass door, nervously bouncing her 1-year-old son on her hip, and whispered to herself, "Please, let tonight be my chance." But she had no idea that the man waiting inside wasn't just any date. He was the billionaire who once swore he'd never let love into his life again. And what he was about to do would leave her in tears, changing both their lives forever. Chapter 1. Emily's hands shook as she stepped into the elegant restaurant. She didn't belong here, not with thrift store heels and a borrowed dress that still had the tag tucked inside. The smell of expensive wine and quiet piano music made her feel even smaller. Her friend insisted she go on this blind date, told her she deserved happiness after everything she'd survived. But Emily couldn't afford a babysitter. Every cent she earned went to rent, formula, and keeping the lights on. So she brought her son, Noah, praying the man would understand. She spotted him immediately. Christian Knight. Dark suit, watch worth more than her entire apartment building, and a look on his face like he stood on top of the world. Alone, his eyes landed on Noah first. A baby. His gaze flickered, unreadable, then up to her. Emily swallowed hard. "I'm so sorry," she blurted, adjusting Noah in her arms. "I brought my baby. I didn't have anyone to watch him. If you want, I can leave. I didn't mean to." But Christian stood slowly. He stepped closer. Close enough that she could smell his cologne. Warm, expensive, unfamiliar. "You came," he said softly. "That's all that matters," her breath caught. No judgment, no disappointment, just calm. He guided her to their table. Chairs made for luxury, not mothers balancing diaper bags. Noah fussed, tired from the bus ride. Emily bounced him, cheeks burning. Christian noticed. "You can seat him here." He called the waiter and asked for a baby seat, like it was the simplest thing in the world. Emily blinked back tears. She wasn't used to kindness. They talked, well, she mostly listened. Christian asked about her dreams, not her struggles. Her laughter surprised her, and him. His eyes softened every time Noah giggled. Something inside Christian, something locked away for years, cracked open. Yet Emily couldn't ignore the stares from others. The whispers, "Who brings a baby on a date?" "She's using the child for pity." Emily's smile faded. Her heart squeezed with shame. Christian noticed everything. His jaw tightened. When Noah suddenly knocked over a crystal glass, shattering silence, Emily jumped up. Panicking, apologizing to everyone. "Maybe I should go," she whispered, hugging her son tight, already moving toward the exit, but Christian stood in front of her before she reached the door. "You're not leaving," he said. "Not because of them." He took Noah from her arms, careful, slow, and the baby rested his tiny hand on Christian's thigh like he trusted him instantly. The billionaire who never touched children held her child like he was made of gold. Everyone stared, but not at her this time, at him, choosing her. And that was the moment Emily's heart broke a little, not from pain, but from hope. A hope she wasn't ready to trust. Chapter 2. The night air outside was cold and Emily hugged her arms, unsure why he asked her to step out. Christian rocked Noah gently, the city lights reflecting in his eyes. He took a breath, as if admitting something he'd buried deep. "I had a son," he said quietly. "He passed away 3 years ago. After that, I promised myself I'd never get close to a child again." It hurt too much. Emily's heart dropped. "That's why—" He looked at her, voice trembling. "I didn't think I could handle tonight. But then you walked in. You didn't hide your life. You didn't pretend to be someone you're not. And when I saw you, holding him, fighting the world alone, I realized you're the bravest woman I've ever met." Emily stared, tears streaming. No one had called her brave before. They only saw her mistakes. "I'm not brave," she whispered. "I'm just surviving." And that he said gently, is what bravery looks like. Noah stirred, and Christian smiled. A real smile, broken yet beautiful. I want to help you, Emily, he said. Not because I pity you, but because you and Noah, you bring life back into places I thought were dead. Her fear rushed in. Help always came with a price. She'd learned that the hard way. I don't need saving, she whispered. Christian shook his head. I'm not here to save you. I'm asking to walk beside you, if you'll let me. Silence wrapped around them like a fragile blanket. Emily looked at her son, his sleepy eyes trusting the man who shouldn't have cared. But did. Maybe not everyone leaves. Maybe love can be gentle. Maybe she wasn't meant to face the world alone forever. She reached out, placing her hand over his, the one holding her child. Walk beside me, she said. But understand, it won't be easy. Christian's eyes glistened. I'm not going anywhere. For the first time in years, Emily allowed herself to believe in tomorrow. Not perfect. Not easy, but together. Because sometimes love doesn't arrive when life is perfect. It shows up when everything is messy, when you're terrified, when you're holding a baby on a blind date, praying you're not a burden, and someone looks at you and says, you are worthy of love, just as you are. If you want, I can now. Expand this into a full 100-minute YouTube script with full pacing. Add powerful cinematic dialogues and scenes. Create the SEO package, description, plus top hashtags, plus search tags, plus keywords. Give you AI image prompts for thumbnails and scenes. Provide voiceover script, background music cues, and pacing timestamps. Would you like me to continue with the full YouTube production version?